Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today we're going to do something special. It is Thursday, so on Thursdays I'm going to try to give you a throwback. So I'm going to reach back in the vault and try to grab something that you might like. So we're going to, change it up a little bit, put a little twist on it. So on Thursdays you're going to get a throwback. So it's only right that we start off like this. For those that know me, know how much I love this film. It is The Last Dragon. So this film, man, this film is everything for me. It was something that definitely kind of changed how I was viewing movies at that time and what I wanted to be and the progression and all that good stuff. This movie came out, I want to say, in the early 80s. I had never seen anything like this before. So like it brought our culture, the music, it brought everything together with a martial arts film. So the film is led by Tyrmac, who plays Leroy Green in the film. And we also have Vanity from Vanity 6, she's in the film. And we have the great Julius Carey, who played an iconic character that's been around in our culture for as long as the movie's been out, and a great show enough, just a incredible villain. He's definitely iconic in our community, in our culture. That show enough character was definitely next level. So this film, like I said, The Last Dragon it's very special to me. Just having that martial arts element. The music of that time, it's set in Harlem. So, a little bit about the story. It's about a young man that's kind of, trying to find himself in the martial arts world. He's trying to reach a different level. He's trying to reach that level. And he doesn't quite kind of know how to get there with it. So he's kind of going through this journey, to kind of search and kind of find it. But at the same time, he's kind of coming across different challenges and things. So he meets Vanity, and he kind of steps in and helps her out a couple times, and they have that chemistry, that kind of off-brand chemistry where you have this beautiful woman who's confident and knows who she is, and you have this insecure young man who's trying to, figure things out, and he doesn't want to look corny in front of her and things like that. So it sets up a really cool kind of dynamic between the two of them. So then it brings us to our villains. So one of them is played by Christopher Murney, I believe that's what his name was. He's a producer who's trying to get his artist on, basically, essentially. So he's trying to get her video played through Vanity's show. Vanity kind of hosts this popular TV show, and Vanity doesn't want to play the music video, so he starts to kind of strong armor, and he wants that that attention for his artist, so he starts to go about it the wrong way, and of course Leroy steps in a couple times, and that's where we get our conflict. So that's one portion. Then the other portion is Sho'nuff. So Sho'nuff is the Shogun of Harlem, and he's kind of like, in his own mind, he's the master. So he's the one that's kind of running the martial arts scene in Harlem, but he keeps hearing about Leroy, Bruce Leroy. So they kind of like, well, you can't be the top guy because you haven't beat Leroy. So, he challenges Leroy a couple times, but Leroy's he doesn't really use his art for that. He's more about inner peace and things like that. So he kind of avoids the confrontations a couple times, and things definitely get heated between them. A little physical kind of early on, but Leroy kind of holds his ground. But by doing that, a lot of people think he's afraid of Sho'nuff, which isn't the case, but it's just who he is. Like, he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to do these type of things. He just loves the art until he's kind of pressed to do it. So as he's kind of going through this journey and he's kind of dealing with Vanity and kind of what she has going on, we kind of lead up to this big fight between Leroy and Sho'nuff. and we really get to see how formidable Sho'nuff is. Like, Sho'nuff is a threat, and he really is a master because he's the one that he reaches that level and gets the glow first. And Leroy is kind of doubting himself, like when he sees Sho'nuff get the glow, in their fight. You see that self-doubt kind of all over his face, and he's just like, oh man, I don't know what I've gotten myself into. And the fight is tremendous. Like, I know the choreography from start to finish, the dialogue from start to finish. Like, that's just how much I'm invested in this movie, and it gives you everything that you're looking for. So you want the love story with him and Vanity. You want, your protagonist to be challenged, and he's building upon things, and you see his growth, and then you get this huge fight scene at the end between the two of them, and it delivers. Obviously, those type of fight scenes kind of happen in stages where, they start off kind of even, and then the villain normally takes the lead, and then the hero has to kind of overcome that. So you get those stages, and when Leroy, he finds that inner power, and he kind of gets the glow, he reaches that level, it's amazing. So I mean, I love this film. I grew up with this film. I still watch it to this day. If it comes on, I own the Blu-ray and all that good stuff. So The Last Dragon is definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. So, a little bit of me sharing it with you if you get a chance to check it out. It's kind of set in Harlem, New York, and there's been a lot of talk about remakes and things like that, and I just don't think you can capture it again like that. It had to be something different, because Harlem, around that time, and the music and the pop locking and everything that kind of went with it, made it what it was. And I just don't think you can duplicate that, in today's time. You'll take away so much of that energy and kind of what it was. And I don't see it working, in my opinion. But I love this film, The Last Dragon. I'll probably watch it to the day I leave this earth. That's how special it is to me. So if you get a chance to check it out, The Last Dragon.